Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you guys are all doing super well. Excuse my attire today. I just woke up and I was like, I don't feel like getting out of what I'm wearing. So I've been wearing my very fitting Halloween jumper. I got this at a vintage store in Arnhem, which is in Holland. I don't know how long ago, but I got it a while ago and I wear it every Halloween and around this time of year, obviously. I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but I've got my entire Louis Vuitton handbag collection that I have in London. This will be my last installment of my entire Louis Vuitton collection in terms of my London closet. I'll also be linking my Hanoi handbag collection in the end screen or a link down below so you guys can see the rest of my Louis Vuitton collection handbag wise, because I do have a few in Vietnam, but the majority is definitely with me here in London. So I've split my handbags onto my bed into three categories. The two most easiest, most self-explanatory categories is my most used and my least used handbags. Everything in the middle is kind of wish-washy just because some of them I use in particular seasons or particular occasions. I do have an extensive handbag collection, so I do always alternate. So it is harder for me to decide which ones are most used or least used and everything in between, right? So the in-between stuff is just, I don't know what, it's not my most used or my least used, it's just in between. Of course, I will link as many handbags as I can find online in the description box below, if they're still online. If they're still in stock or available, that's another story, but I will at least link it down below so you guys know the name of it and can maybe ask your sales associate, because you guys know I'm not great with bag names. I don't know bag names. I know like the Speedy and the Never Full Short, but for example this bag, I have no idea what the name of it is. So yeah, we're starting off with my most used bags, and this is the first one. I love this bag because it's probably my most durable, most like monochromatic, even though it's brown obviously, but it's black and silver. I don't know, it's one of those bags that I pull when I just need a black bag. This to me is a black bag, and I use this a lot for rainy days, even though it doesn't fit umbrella, but it's just so durable. I'm not afraid to get rained on. I use it to run errands. I just use this when I just need a really quick, easy black bag, which you'll see in this collection. I don't own a lot of black bags. In fact, I have 3 black bags in my Louis Vuitton handbag collection, and this is the only kind of appropriate for the daytime bag that I have. The other 2 are evening bags, and the other ones, I mean, one of them is a clutch and the other one is an evening bag for sure. So this is why this is in my most used, because I use this all the time. Of course it comes with a strap, with a crossbody strap, and I think my favorite thing about this bag, besides how durable it is and how easy it is to wear with anything, is the fact that it has both silver and gold hardware. It makes using this bag much easier. So yeah, here's a crossbody. I usually do wear this as a crossbody, but I love that it has a top handle. Next is one of my newest additions to my Louis Vuitton handbag collection. I've spoken about this way too many times, especially because I recently used it in my Paris trip, but I adore this bag so much, and I always get so many compliments when I use this bag. It's proven to be very popular. I know the style of this bag is popular in general, but the color combination maybe isn't for everybody, but of course I chose this one because I loved how fun it was. As I said before, it reminds me of like a retro lunchbox. I don't know, it's just so cute. Every time I look at it, I think it's just so much fun. I also especially love the pops of neon orange for the Louis Vuitton logoing. I just thought that was really like a cute detail that they made that orange. Some people have asked me if I have a difficult time getting in and out of this bag, especially with the zipper. I have to admit, getting the zipper around the corners does get a little bit stressful sometimes, especially when you're trying to get in and out of your bag quickly to like pay for something. It does get a bit stressful, but it doesn't bother me that much, to be honest, especially because a lot of times I do leave my zipper like on both sides like that. Because it's such a structured bag, I don't have to worry about anything hanging out or anything. So yeah, it doesn't bother me that much, and it's just easier to pull down when the zippers are already on the sides, and it opens up like so. I just have the stuffing in there, of course. The next 2 are the identical bag, just in different colors, actually material. This one is just in the canvas monogram material, and then this one is this gorgeous metallic dark blue color. Like, how stunning is this color? I got this one first because obviously I think this one came out first. I love the shape of this bag. I love how easy like this bag is, but like how interesting the shape is. I did love the bento box as well. Unfortunately, I didn't see that in store, and I saw it afterwards, and I felt like it was too similar to get that one. And I know you're gonna be like, well, then you got the exact same bag. I know, my logic doesn't make any sense, but at the time I was thinking, I don't want the other bag, the bento box one. I know the name of that one because I love the name, but because it was too similar to this one, so I passed on that one. But then when I was back in Taiwan and my sales associate brought this one out, I just fell in love with the color. I was like, oh my gosh. It was the only bag that I've ever liked with the reverse monogram, like with the light brown. I hate this light brown most of the time, but with the color combination with this bag, I was like, yes, I love this. I mean, obviously the blue sold me, as well as this like orange brown color. I think it's such a gorgeous autumn color. I think I'll be wearing this a lot more with this current weather. And then my mom actually found this little charm and thought it would look really cute with the bag, so we bought the charm for the bag, and I think it looks perfect. Of course, the Speedy had to make it into my most used Louis Vuitton handbags. In fact, it's probably one of my most used handbags in general out of my entire collection, purely because of durability and size. This is like literally an actual Mary Poppins bag. I fit everything. My entire life fits in here. Of course, I did get this bag secondhand, especially obviously because I said I only got it 2 years ago. This edition of this, the cherry print, has been discontinued for a long time. Yeah, the cherry print, it has been and is one of my favorite prints on Louis Vuitton canvas that has come out. I just absolutely love it. I am looking to get the graffiti one as well, because I don't know, maybe in a bigger size so I can shove even more stuff in there. We'll see. But yeah, I adore the Speedy. I mean, I'm late to the bandwagon, but I love it. This one might be surprising to some people, but I use this so much. I use this more as a clutch. I don't really hold it with this. I'll put it on the crook of my arm if I'm like, you know, needing both my hands, but I generally hold this as a clutch. I think it looks really good as a clutch. This is from, oh gosh, it's I don't remember what year it was, maybe 2013, 2012, 2013, around then. The one where they were going up and down the escalators. I adored that collection, and when we went in, I saw this bag. I absolutely loved it. Actually, I saw the black one first, but it was in like more rectangular, not rectangular, squared shape, sorry, and loved that one. But then she brought out, the sales associate brought out this yellow version. Of course, I decided to go with a bright fun color, but this technique here is so beautiful. It's just so amazingly made, and you kind of twist it to open up. There's a lot more space than you would imagine because it does stretch out. So it does fit quite a bit. Of course, it won't fit anything too bulky, but it fits everything that I need. And the pattern goes all the way up, by the way. The back is pretty plain with a huge pocket here. But yeah, I adore this. This is one of my very few clutches that I use a lot. Just because I love this like color and this print. It adds a lot to outfits in general, especially with jeans, with denim. I love this. I'm gonna move on to the middle section now. This is more of a wish-washy random. We're not really quite sure which category to put it in, so I put it in the middle. And the first one I have to share, of course, is this one's probably the most important bag in my Louis Vuitton collection, or in my entire handbag collection in general, because this was my very first handbag. I've definitely shared this story before. This was my first designer handbag. I did get this at a ridiculously young age. I think I was in 5th grade, so I must have been like 9-10 years old when I got this. I was shopping with my mom, and she was buying herself a bag. I believe it was maybe even like the same shape but in a bigger size, and they had the mini one, so my mom bought me the mini one as I was strutting around the store like carrying this. Of course, I appreciate this bag so much more now than I did when I was younger. I loved it when I was younger. I remember always wearing it in the crook of my arm, feeling like such an adult, and I loved carrying this around. But I've kept it in, I'm just so happy I kept it in such good condition all these years, and appreciate it so much more now. And I think I mentioned this in my previous collection video, but I did also buy a Louis Vuitton strap, just like a normal strap that I used to wear it crossbody. I do still wear it sometimes like this, especially for the evening, but if during the daytime I'll wear it crossbody. The Capucines bag. I feel really bad putting this in the middle because I should be using this so much. I wanted this bag so badly for a while and I finally got it, but I think what it is I got the wrong size, and I hate saying that because I generally never really ever regret my handbag purchases. But this one, I regret getting it in the bigger size. I wish I got it in the smaller size. I do love the fun colors on I do love the fun colors this bag comes with, although I do love the fun colors on this bag, although if I did repurchase this in a smaller size, I'd probably go for a different colorway because obviously I have this one already. See, I feel like the strap could have been a different color, right? I feel like there's just too much pink on this now. I don't know. But I'm sure you guys know what the inside looks like. The dust bag is in there, but this has been reviewed many times. I think, yeah, the zipper still has the protective sticker around it. I adore this wave bag so much. This is the only edition of the wave bag that I liked. I didn't like any of the solid color ones. I don't know, they just didn't look good. There was something wrong with them. I'm not sure. I mean, each to their own. If you guys have that, I'm sure you love it. Some people might hate this version, but I personally adore this version of the wave bag. The denim with the multicolor monograms, and it's like not every single one. Most of them are white, and then they've got like some random colors here and there, and I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. I don't know, I still don't know how I feel about this rainbow bit at the top. Because it's at the top and it's not so visible, it's fine. I'm very indifferent about it. I can't decide. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's cute. Sometimes I'm like, that's really too much. It is a heavy bag, but that never bothers me. I think it makes it feel more luxe even. It doesn't fit a whole lot of things in here, honestly. Like, as you can see, like, it's not very giving. But I don't carry much around with me anyway, and plus I don't want to make this bag much more heavier than it already is. And I love the gold hardware as well with this. This is like one of my cutest bags, I believe. How adorable. The only reason the twist bag has made it into the middle category is because I, for some reason, haven't used this in a hot minute. When I first bought this, I wore it so much, like so incredibly much. And then there was a moment where I don't know, I just put it down and I just haven't pulled for this bag as much. So that's the only reason it's made it into the middle bit. But to be honest, it's still probably more used than the other ones I have shared. I adore the twist bag. This is just super satisfying to like twist up and down. I don't know, something very satisfying about that. I love structured bags. I love bags that have a really cool shape to them, and this definitely is one that has a cool shape. This fits quite a bit of things. Oh, I've got some coins in here. I definitely mentioned this in my previous video. I never clean out the coins in my bags. So I like to keep little bits of coins everywhere. It's something that I have learned from my mom. She likes to keep coins in random areas of the house, in her bags, etc. It's just for luck, I guess. So I keep coins in some of my bags, not all of them. Anyway, so yeah, this also comes with a really nice little mirror, which I actually have never used, but it's good to have that one there. I don't know, there's no reason why I have stopped using this bag as much, besides the fact that I just have so many other bags to alternate. I will have to say, this bit scratches quite easily. It is pretty scratched up. Whether you guys can see that, I'm not really sure, but it is pretty scratched up. I love how like shiny the silver is with the red. It's so pretty, this combination. This is another prized possession in my Louis Vuitton handbag collection because it is a hand-me-down from my mom. This one especially, I mean, there's a couple like special hand-me-downs from my mom that I love. I mean, I have a lot of hand-me-downs from her, but this one in particular I remember because in one of our first homes, actually not the first home, but I believe the second home we had in Vietnam, I remember she had this like desk by this window, and she would leave her this bag on her desk, and when she wasn't looking or she's out of the room, I would always run to it and just like stare at it, like look at it, feel it, carry it, and just feel so like good about this bag, and then I'll put it back and then like pretend I never played with it or anything. But when she finally handed this bag to me, I was so excited because this is one of my favorite bags that she had owned. So I was waiting for the day that she passed this down to me, which this was probably one of the first bags that she handed down to me, so I didn't have to wait long for it, luckily. But yeah, she carried it with just the short shoulder, so you can actually pull this apart and make this a shorter shoulder. I really can't be bothered to do it right now, but it kind of is that length when you double it up kind of thing, this bit. But I wear it crossbody because I just prefer it that way. It is a little bit, or this bit here, you can tell the leather is coming out a little bit. I did notice that and I was pretty upset about it, but we're just not going to play with it and just leave it. So of course I do use this as an evening bag. That is why it's in the middle bit, because it's not like I have a lot of evening events to go to, but when I do and I need a gorgeous black bag to go with it, this is the one I pull for. It is so stunning, and I just have never seen this anywhere else really. That's why I love it so much. So it's got the checkered print. You guys, okay, the Louis Vuitton lovers out there are going to kill me for saying checkered print. What is it called? The damier print. Yeah. And then, I mean, guys, look at the dust bag. The dust bag is like the super old dust bag as well, with a Louis Vuitton. It's a darker brown. And here is the interior. Not much, is like a receipt in there, but yeah. Next we have this little guy. This is a little clutch. I've mentioned many times I don't like using clutches, but this is one I will use to run errands in because it just fits enough. It fits my phone, my wallet, my keys. That's pretty much all I need. Maybe my earphones. When I run out to, like, I don't know, go to Boots or Tesco or something, I'll pop everything in here and carry it with me. So that's why it's in the middle, because I do use it, but just only when I, you know, pop out to quickly run errands. Basically. There's something on my camera. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I'll do these two together because it makes sense. I also got them at the same time as well. These are both off of eBay, but I got these both via a expert eBay shopper friend of mine. She also sells off eBay, so she knows what's up and I trust her, and she found these two for an amazing deal off of eBay. They're both off of the German eBay though. This was after I bought my Speedy, my Cherry Speedy. I was like, I need more from the Marc Jacobs Murakami Day kind of things. I went hunting for this one first because I wanted a white bag with a multicolor monogram. This is another one of my favorite prints. I love the multicolor, as you can tell from my collection. I have a lot of multicolor things. This one, I use it very similar to how I would use a Speedy because it does fit a lot in there as well. It's just a bit of a different style. I can't say that I love the studding across here, but I do love the corners. I think that really helps a bag, keeps its shape and its, you know, keeps it looking good basically. Sorry. I love this front pocket as well. It's so easy to get in and out of. Another bag that I've used for traveling, and I have this really cute luggage tag. I got this as a gift from Louis Vuitton in Taiwan, and it's just a teddy bear with the Louis Vuitton logo on the tummy, which I thought was really cute. And then there's this one which has the blossom print on it, which I thought was really, really cute, and I love the shape of this bag. I thought this was such a cute shape. I mean, obviously these prints came in several styles of bags, but I wanted a different style, and I love this one. I mean, this is obviously similar to my first ever Louis Vuitton bag. This one, this is a zipper at the top, whereas this is a flap. I adore the bow. I have to admit that I did originally buy these 3 bags for collector's purposes, but I just ended up using the Speedy so much more anyway because it was so practical. I do still use these bags because they are fun to add on to certain outfits here and there. It's like fun pattern, and just the design is just so super cute. I just realized I have to turn this around because it's not put on the right way. Anyway, so I do use this bag. That's why it's kind of made in like the middle, because I do use it, but it's just not as often as my most used bags. I have the bigger version of this pouch bag. I call these clutches because I use them as clutches, but they're actually listed as toiletry bags, but I don't use them as that because I have this one which I do use as toiletry bags. These ones I use as clutches. I also have a really sweet little hot air balloon charm on this one with like my initials at the back, and then just a random puff ball which I clipped on there a while ago. This is my Scotch box. I have a twilly in there, that's why it looks like it's multicolor, but it is just transparent. I adore this. This recently came out in a pink version as well, and I did order in that one first, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna go with the transparent one, because when it comes to twillies and fun colors, it just is easier to match with the white as opposed to the pink. So I went with this one. I adore it. It's very multi-purpose. You can use it as a jewelry box, as a home decor display piece, anything really. I use it as a little like evening bag. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, I have shared how I tied the twilly onto the Scotch box. Nothing that I came up with myself. Of course, I asked my sales associate Louis Vuitton to show me a couple ways, so she taught me the ways. If you guys do want to see how I tie this onto the Scotch box, I can do that in a vlog. So let me know if that's something that you guys want to see, but I won't show it in this video because obviously it'll take too long. This one I love. I bought this twilly specifically for the Scotch box. It's got vintage, like retro cars with cacti as well. I love it. Such a cool print. I love vintage cars. So I have like, I love books about vintage cars. I think they're the coolest things ever. Anyways, and I especially love the back of this. This tie-dye and color combination is beautiful. Kind of reminds me of the Cise Montjean, like most recent SS20 collection. Actually, they did a lot of these kinds of colors. Anyway, also this box reminds me of a gift that my mom received like way back in the day. I can't remember. It was years ago. She went shopping. She brought home a gift that Louis Vuitton had given her, and it was a domino game. It was like a little domino set. You know, like you like connect the number of dots, etc., or you like put them up and you like tip them over, that domino game. And the box was this exact same like material, same like kind of monogramming on it, but in like a domino box form, and inside was a domino game. If I could find a picture of it, maybe online, I can insert it, but I'm so gutted that I didn't keep all the freebies that my mom had given me from Louis Vuitton, because they would have been so cool in my collection now, but I don't know where I put it, so it's missing. Anyways, but yeah, this box reminded me of that domino game, and I was like, I need this. And I'll definitely take better care of this one. Last category is my least used bags, but by no means does that mean that I like these bags any less than the other bags. They just are more special probably, and they're just not everyday bags at all. We're gonna start with this one, which is a wallet on chain. I adore this bag. I know, or this wallet on chain. I know this might not be for everybody because the face might be scary, and it is. I think it's meant to be. In Asian culture in general, I know more about Taiwan and Vietnam though, especially Vietnam. We have these like monster faces like that we paint or collage on this like kind of wickered rounded basket, and it sounds really, I'll pop some pictures up, but we use it to scare off like evil spirits or just evil energy basically. And I feel like in a lot of Asian culture we use scary faces to do that, and this just reminded me of it. It might not be, that might not have been the inspiration for this collection, but that is what I see when I see this bag. It's just like, it reminds me of that, and that's why I loved it and I decided to get this one. I have this guy, which I bought for a specific outfit. This is off of Vestiaire, secondhand. It's a neon piece, and this one has quite a few marks on it, if you can see. So I got this for a really, really good deal, which is pretty much why I bought it, because it was almost a steal basically. I just adored the neon in general, and it's such a the neon was such a trend during summer, so I wanted just to add something little. When I just scrolled across this, I was like, oh, that's really cute. It's got the monogram embossed in it as well, if you guys can see that. And this is the other black bag I was talking about. This is the clutch. Again, I'm not a clutch person, which is why this is in my least used bags. But when I do need to grab a black clutch, I have this. I wouldn't say it's a hand-me-down from my mom. When we bought this, we bought it together because we both liked it. I probably would have gone with a funner color. I saw this like metallic, fun, like greenish, I don't know, purple kind of color that I really liked, but my mom went for the black one, which I was like, you know what? A black clutch is always a classic, so we went for it. I love this massive buckle here, and I love this like line detail with the monogram and like stitching at the back of it. I have this bag, and it's from the men's collection. I just wanted something from the first Virgil collection, so I got this really sweet little clutch. I thought I would use it a lot more than I do. That's kind of bad that I haven't used this as much because this is supposed to be quite a practical bag. But of course I love the pop of neon orange there. I love this chain as well, very nice. I may consider selling this in the future because it's just not something that I use often enough, but for now it's happy in my collection. And yeah, it's just a really simple wrist slip kind of clutch. This bag is super special to me, guys. I do have another version of this bag. It's a different style bag with the same print, same material, everything, but it's more like a handheld bag. I use it as a clutch, but anyways, that's in my Vietnam handbag collection. But this one is super special to me. This is, by the way, a crossbody as well as a, you can use it as a belt bag as well. The Alma bag, I have 1, 2, 3. And in that order of purchase. So this one was my first Alma, and I believe this was my first bag that I bought that like YouTube made me, basically. Like, I watched so many people's videos about this bag and ended up needing it myself. And I bought this one for myself. I also have a really sweet Louis Vuitton charm on this as well. I don't have my initials on the back on this one, but I just have the charm. So I love the Alma so much that I wanted it in the smaller size as well. So I got 2 of them. I didn't plan on getting 2. I got this one, the purple one, first because purple is my favorite color. This is one of my favorite bags I own, and even though I don't use this bag as much anymore because I feel like it's had its time, but I'm sure it's gonna cycle back. I'm sure I'm gonna fall back in love with using this bag. I'm still in love with it to look at, to have in my collection, but for using, I just haven't used it in a minute because I don't know, when I first got these 2 bags, I swear they were like on rotation. I was using, especially the mini ones, I was using them every single day. And so these will never leave my collection. I love them so much. So I got the purple one first, but then I wanted, the year after actually, I wanted like a festive, Christmassy kind of just nice bag for the festive season, basically. And I thought this wine red was the perfect color, and it's actually a bit sparkly, which is going to be so hard to show because I don't know if it's going to show up, but it's definitely sparkly, and the color's not showing up right on the screen. It's definitely a gorgeous dark wine red color, especially with this gorgeous gold hardware. I thought this was so stunning, so I bought this for the festive season. Okay, we have this pile behind me, which I'll quickly whiz through. This one is the Noé bag. I got the second hand in a random store in Amsterdam. It's a second hand store in Amsterdam. Obviously I got it because of these fun block colors. I just thought that was really interesting. Unfortunately, I haven't worn this as much as this should be practical. I've been meaning to change the strap on this because this is the most wear. This strap shows the most wear out of the entire bag. The entire bag looks pretty good. There's a bit of wrinkling over here, but not as bad as this, as you can see. So I've been meaning to change that out. I haven't. This has just since been like a display piece on my bag shelf, which I recently moved down. But I know this is a really popular bag, another really easygoing Mary Poppins kind of bag, I guess. This is another secondhand piece. I got this in Taipei at a secondhand store. I got this for an insane, like, in price. I think it was like $200 or something like that. I can't remember. Really, really, really good price, and a very reputable second-hand store. I just have a massive smiley on it. The only times I use this bag is when I go to amusement parks or places that I know the bag could potentially get wet. Just fun days out where I need both hands kind of thing. So yeah, I do wear this for those occasions, but it's not like I'm going to Thorpe Park every day, so that's why it's in my least used handbag collection or category. This is another hand-me-down from my mom. This one is a beautiful gray tote bag, and I absolutely love the stitching. The stitching is extra special on this. I just think the stitching is so pretty. I don't own a lot of gray bags, which is why I love this one, because this is probably one of the only gray bags that I own. I just wish it wasn't humongous because I don't carry enough for this to be humongous, although I did use this for like school bag or uni bag for a little bit. It's not every day because the leather is so buttery soft that it's just not as durable, and I do try to keep these kind of more special bags. Well, they're all special, but this, you know, hand-me-down kind of bags, I try to keep them well preserved because I don't ever want to ruin them. But yeah, this one is another gorgeous tote. Of course, the Never Full. Mine is in the Damier Azur color print, and I won't speak too much about this because It has nothing I can say hasn't been said. I actually put this away for such a long time, and more recently when I went to Edinburgh, like maybe 2 months ago, was the first time I busted this back out in a long time. So and it was really nice to be able to just like, I mean, you can throw this bag around and it'll be fine kind of thing. So it was nice to have that, have this for that trip, but I just don't see myself using this bag very much anymore, although again it's a classic. This is my Louis Vuitton laptop case, which I haven't used very much at all. I did in the beginning and then I stopped using it, mainly because this doesn't even come with a strap, like a long strap. Like there's no place to even hook a strap onto this unless you do it here, I guess, but that's just annoying. I don't like when bags have to crisscross like that, when straps have to crisscross like that. I do adore the color. The color is stunning, and I have my initials on there as well. But yeah, I don't use this bag very much, especially because I don't even carry, I don't travel. If it's short vacations, I don't travel with my laptop. I leave my laptop at home. And if it's longer ones, the only time I bring my laptop with me is when I go back to Asia, and I have like a suitcase, like a carry-on suitcase I put my laptop in. I don't ever carry a laptop in a bag because it's way too heavy for my shoulder and I get tired way too easily. As I was packing my bags away, I realized I forgot to talk about this one. This is another gorgeous hand-me-down piece from my mom. This was her traveling bag for a long time, I remember. She has retired it, and this was actually another one of my earlier hand-me-down pieces from her, and yeah, another one I treasure in my collection because it's not available anymore and I rarely see people, actually I've never seen anyone else with it so far. But yeah, I adore this bag. It's a really cool shape, and it's so old that it still has like the old phone slot. I mean, it's like stuffed, but it's got an old phone slot there. Doesn't fit anything now besides maybe some pens, but yeah. And of course it has a pocket at the front. We're down to my last two bags, and these are arguably the most special bags in my collection because they're just so beautiful. I have the trunk bag, and then I have this one, which I don't know the name of. But these two bags are just so beautiful. I have them displayed up on the display. They're not just in my normal bag shelf because they're just so beautiful to look at. So first, the trunk bag. Like, there's not much to say besides how beautiful this is. How beautifully this bag was made as well is just like on another level. It's just so beautiful. I love the blue lining on it. I love the buckle of it. I don't love how it doesn't fit anything, but I mean, but at the same time the size is just so cute, and like I wouldn't change the size either. Again, this is definitely more of a collector's piece because it's not as practical, but I have worn it for like evening occasions or occasions where I don't carry very much, or to fit an outfit, to style an outfit. But this is so beautiful. And then I have this one, which is equally stunning, equally heavy. Actually, no, this one's heavier. They're both very heavy bags. But this one is, I love the design at the front. Like, that's so stunning. I know most people have just the monogram print, which is also really pretty. I did look at that at first, but I was like, no, this is a special one. I want a special edition of it. And it just dresses up an outfit so well, and it's so stunning. Of course, it has crossbodies. Both of them have that. I just keep the strap on the inside. Again, like the other one, they just don't fit very much inside. This one can probably fit a little bit more inside than the other one, but both of them are kind of equally just not the most practical, but they are beautiful. So yeah, this is the last bag I am sharing in my entire Louis Vuitton handbag collection. Oh, we got there in the end, guys. Like, honestly, I did not think I'd finish this video today because this construction has been driving me crazy. I've had to stop and just wait for the noise to die down a little bit because sometimes it just gets too crazy, and literally I like even just yelled out, just please shut up. Obviously nobody heard me, but I just needed to get it out there. I'm sure if you guys also film, you guys get my frustration. like this banging right now. Anyways, the sun is almost going down and it's literally only 2 p.m. guys. Like, this is crazy. It's not down, but it is just already getting dark. It's so sad. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this Louis Vuitton handbag collection video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the series. I'm done with my 3-part series. I'm actually so glad I got to refilm my Louis Vuitton handbag collection video, because I have filmed one of these before and it actually is my most popular, my most viewed video out of all my videos that I've ever put out there. And I clicked on it like not too long ago and I'm like, this quality is horrific. The lighting is everything's horrific. I'm like, why are people watching this? Like, don't watch this horrible video. And I want to take it down, but at the same time it is my most viewed video, so I'm like, I should just leave it up there. So I'm glad that I got to refilm it, so hopefully this is a much better version of it. So yeah, and it's an updated version, of course. But anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this entire series, and if you guys want more collection videos, leave any suggestions that you guys have down below. Also, I apologize again for all the banging and all the noise, because like, see, like at this point I would probably pause and wait, but like because I'm just ending this video, it's not as important. I'm so sorry. Hit the subscribe as well as the bell button if you guys haven't already and would like to come and catch up with me again. I talk about luxury things and styling and travel and just my daily life. Yeah, I would love to have you guys back, and until my next video, which hopefully, I mean, I say that in every video, but hopefully less construction work in the background. I'll see you guys next time, guys. Mwah. Bye.